The Jeannette Jayhawks went undefeated in the regular season in 2018, but Jeannette ultimately fell short of the goal, falling in the WPIAL semifinals against Rochester. With the graduation of quarterback Seth Howard as well as leading receiver Marcus Barnes, Jeannette will try to regroup and make it back to the WPIAL title game in 2019. While the Jayhawks' passing numbers may dip a bit this season, Jeannette will still boast plenty of skill on offense. Leading rusher Monty Sanders is back for his senior year, while his brother Jimmy takes over at quarterback and should provide a dual threat. Expect Jeannette to feature the ground game much more in 2019.
Yeah, we want to run the ball. Coach Mike Mariotti always stresses that if we're not running the ball, then what are we doing? So we're going to stress on running the ball this year for sure.
Jackson Pruitt appears ready to become the #1 receiver, while another Sanders, freshman Noah, has already opened some eyes. Along the offensive line, Justin Kramer and Zach Crutchman are among the key returners. Another weapon the Jayhawks intend to utilize is the new turf field at McKee Stadium. The faster track should allow Jeannette to flash its speed regardless of the conditions.
Yes, for sure. We had a muddy game here against Clareton. Osh was kind of bad, so I think once this turf's done, we'll be able to open up our speed a little bit.
Last year's defense was suffocating, holding opponents to 14 or fewer points in every game until the playoff loss. Many of the leaders on that side return, including Kramer, who serves as the QB of the defense at linebacker.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm out there calling plays all the time, hustling to the sidelines, getting a play call, hustling back to the middle of the field. So I definitely take a role of that leadership.
Meanwhile, Pruitt provided several big plays in the secondary in 2018, including multiple defensive scores. He detailed the attributes that make him so successful at defensive back.
I would say being patient and the flexibility in my hips. I like to get to the ball. I'm more like a ball hawk, and I'm kind of tall for a corner. I'm 6'2", so that also helps me get to the ball easier. So,
as always, the history and tradition of Jeannette will be the focal point under head coach Roy Hall. With the program closing in on 750 wins, the Jayhawks believe they're capable of winning the WPIAL and state titles for the second time in 3 years.
With the amount of guys we had last year on our defense and offense, we have a lot of guys coming back, and people are kind of sleeping on us this year, so that's fueling our fire, and especially being a captain, that really fuels my fire, so I just can't wait to show everybody what we're about.
Jeannette once again will be battle-tested, playing Amani Christian and Clareton in the section, and traveling to face defending Class 1A champion Our Lady of the Sacred Heart as well. The Jayhawks open the season with a Week 0 matchup at East Allegheny, and then they make their home debut on the beautiful new turf at McKee Stadium as they welcome in Leechburg in Week 1.